So 2 days ago, I was out here and we were going to go for just a quick walk because I had a tighter schedule than what I remembered. Anyway, so we're out here and I end up running into 3 people that were lost. And they were asking me, if they were going the right way. I asked them where they were parked and they told me where. And so I was like, oh, you're not going to want to go that way because that's just going to be longer. And so you want to come back the way you came. And even though I was taking him back, because I ended up deciding to walk with him because it's hard to be like, yeah, go to this tree. And when the trail kind of goes to the right and a little bit down and then there's a root, then you want to turn left. Like, it's just not. And so I was like, I'll just walk with you. And so even though I've been in these trails for years and I know them very well, every time she looked on her phone on the map, it looked like we were going farther away. Well, kind of, yeah. So like right where I'm at right now, in the map, they were over there, down there, is where they are parked. But you can't just go this way. There's no trail. And also the trail that you would use to get down to the next trail down there, it's like this. I've been down it. It's quite unique. And then also there's not one straight across to get back up, and you have to go farther down, and you're going to be trekking through ferns and unmade trails, and it's end up going to take you longer and it's going to take more energy. And so I was getting them back, and it was so funny. Like, they were all convinced I was not taking them in the right way. But then they kept saying, oh, yeah, we went down this path. We're going back the same way. So they acknowledged that they were going back the same way that they came, which means they're going in the right direction. But then we got to this one part where you're going to have to go up and down, go down the canyon and up to get to the other side to go back down. And, they were like, oh, we're just going to go on our own because we're parked, she's looking at her phone and she's like, we're parked over here and you're taking us farther away. But like, they literally just said, yeah, this is the way we came. And I'm like, okay, yep. Just keep going the way you're going. Once you get down this canyon and up, there's going to be a lot more people on the other side. Please ask people for direction. You'll be fine. But it just was funny to me because, like, I have the experience, I have the knowledge, and I get it. We depend on our phones, and she was believing her phone more than me. But there is a reality of where trails exist and where they don't, and canyons. You can't usually just go down a canyon just because you want to, or it's not flat like it is on the map. And I thought that God had put me in front of these people to help them out, and I was very offended. Not offended is a strong word, but I was annoyed that they weren't listening to me. But then the funny part is God reminded me that he knows literally everything. And there's so many times where I've done that to God. Like, okay, God, I know you're telling me to go this direction, but it just doesn't feel right. I know you're telling me to do this, but do you remember the goal? The goal is this. And I feel like if I do this, it's going to get me to the goal quicker. And that's God. And he definitely knows more than me. And so instead of me thinking God was giving me an opportunity to help people out, it was actually an opportunity, lesson learned for me. So, good times. Have a good day.